friend, I'm going to give you some advice. Yeah. Stop listening to the gurus who keep telling you to obsess over ROAS. It's giving basic, honestly, and it's only hurting your ability to actually grow and scale. So you cannot be singularly focused on ROAS and revenue and then complain about scaling. That's not how any of this works. In fact, a lot of the problems that you've been told are problems that are not actually the problem. They're not the real problem. They're only a symptom of that problem, right? So background, KRA's managed nearly 130 million in ad spend at this point, maybe over, I think, $1.5 billion at this point in revenue. I say that to say that I know what I'm talking about when I tell you that your inability to grow at a 2x ROAS or even a 1.4 is only a symptom of a much larger problem. It's not the problem itself. So the same mechanisms and metrics that investors look at when deciding whether to invest in your company are highly and directly aligned with mechanisms and metrics you should be looking at when making scaling and growth decisions about your brand. They revolve around front-end profitability, of course, naturally, right? But also back-end profitability, your cash flow, your operational expenses, how often people are buying from you again and again, and for how long. The list goes on, really. And there's so much more here that actually addresses the heart of your brand's issues and areas of opportunity to grow and scale. So even if you're running a legacy play and you don't intend to sell your brand and exit, you have to be paying attention to how those who are growing to exit actually do. And that means evaluating your brand against how scalable it actually is. And when I say that, I'm actually not really referring to how Silicon Valley defines that, right? Which honestly is a little bit too basic for my taste and most commonly only revolves around feasibility and value of the product itself. I'm actually talking about being truly scalable. So you're going to hear me talk about this a lot, I'm sure, but true scalability all comes down to how well your brand can scale in any economic climate, like amidst any changes on the advertising and marketing platforms, in spite of any channel volatility or fuckery. Your scalability score matters a hell of a lot more than ROAS. And now we're bringing you the only free diagnostic of its kind that tracks it in a fully comprehensive way. Like it's actually free, right? So I'll just put it in my bio, and maybe some other places and people can go check that out.